Right, so let's first talk about the steps to graphing from tables. So the first thing is to identify your x values, aka what you want to plug in. Because once we have those x values, then we're going to plug those into the equation to find the y values. And once we have those, then we're going to graph them. They become an ordered pair. We're going to graph those as ordered pairs. Okay. Oh, graph has an H on the end. And then once we have all the ordered pairs, we're going to connect to make a line. Okay. So now that you have all those steps down, we're going to keep on going. But if you haven't typed those out, pause right now. So the first step is to identify your x values. So generally, I always start with 0 and -1 and 1. So that way I have a positive, a negative, and they're really close to the middle. And then I just kind of go random after that. Our graph only goes up to 7, but I'm going to go 3 and 4. You can change these. These are interchangeable to whatever you want, but always try to have 0 and at least a positive number and a negative number. Okay, so now that we have that, we're going to plug it into the equation. So we're going to plug it into the equation for x because we want to find y. Okay, so our equation is y equals 3x -3 plus 4. And then 3 times -3 is -9. -9 plus 4 is -5. Okay, and then we're just going to keep on repeating the process. We have -1 for x plus 4. 3 times -1 is -3. -3 plus 4 is 1. And we're going to plug in 0. 3 times 0 plus 4. 3 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 4 is 4. Now we're going to plug in 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 plus 4 is 7. Last one, we have 3 times 4 plus 4. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. So I said that our graph only goes up to 7. So this one won't fit on the graph. So we're going to ignore that. So now that we have these, we're just going to graph those ordered pairs. What's important to remember is that this is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. So we go over to our x first at -3, which is like here, and then we go down to -5. And we put an ordered pair right there. Okay, and then we do the same for the next one. And we go -1, 1, which is here. And we go 0, 4. And then we go 1, 7. So now that we have those ordered pairs, then our last step is to connect them. So just try to draw as straight of a line as you can. And that's that. Okay. So now let's look at example 1. Okay. For this one, we don't have y alone. So first we need to get y alone. Get y alone. Okay, so we want it like y equals blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we're going to do that by moving our x over. So what's the opposite of -4x? It's plus 4x. So we have 2y equals 4x minus 2. And then 2y is still not the same thing as y. So we get rid of that 2 by dividing everything by 2. So our equation is y equals 4 divided by 2 is 2x. 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now our equation is y equals 2x minus 1. And that's what we're plugging in. I'm just going to use the same numbers I did before. -3, -1, 0, 1. If being honest, I just used the same 5 numbers. So now I want you to try to take these numbers and plug them in for x and see what you get for y. So try that right now on your own. Okay, for the first one, you should have had 2 times -3, which is -6. -6 minus 1 is -7. So hopefully you got it for that one, just to kind of check in. I want you to do the next 4. Do the next 4 for me. All right, so hopefully you got -3, -1, 1, and 7. So now that we have those ordered pairs, now again, we're going to graph them. So -3, -7 is right there. -1, -3, because remember we go left 1, down 3. So that's there. Next one is 0, -1, that's right there. 1, 1 is there, and 4, 7. 4, 7 is there. So now that we have those, again, we connect the dots and then make it a line. Okay, so we're gonna do one more example together. Well, you're gonna do one more example. So I want you to come up with your own x values. Well, just kidding, we're gonna use the same ones. -3, -1, 0, 1, 4. Use those and plug them in. Okay, then we'll check at the end. Just to check in, the opposite of -3 is a +3. So then 3 minus 2 is 1. So it should have been a 1 there. Okay. But you're doing the opposite sign. That's what that negative out front means. All right. So hopefully you got those ordered pairs. So now we're going to graph them and check your graph after mine. All right. So there's where your graph should be. And then we're going to connect the dots. There you go. All right. Let me know if you have any questions.